Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jason, a homeschool teacher and a mentor to teens. And in this video, I want to talk about one of my favorite and one of my go-to activities that I do with all the kids I work with to help them boost their confidence, to help them increase their self-belief, and overall just help them increase their self-esteem. And what that activity is self-reflection. So here's what I'll do. On the first session, usually on Monday, that I have with each of the kids I work with, we'll take 5 to 10 minutes to reflect on the previous week. We'll talk about everything we did from school stuff, personal stuff, and any and everything else in between. And I'll have them say one thing that they're proud of. This could be they're proud of their time management, they're proud of a test score that they got, they're proud of their productivity on a specific day. Maybe they're proud of something they did in a sports game, a dinner they made. It doesn't matter, right? Just one thing that they're proud of from the week before. And the purpose of this is to highlight and to think about something that we did well. And the reason that I do this with them is because most kids and teens don't often reflect, if ever. I'm yet to work with a kid or a teen who takes the time to self-reflect. And I didn't do this when I was younger, right? I only started doing this now that I'm older as an adult. And the reason why self-reflection is so important, not only to learn about what we did wrong and how can we improve it, that's definitely one aspect of it, and I do that with them, but also we can think about what we did right, and we can revel and enjoy and just be proud of ourselves of all the good things that we do have going on. Especially for a kid and a teen, they generally only fixate on everything they're not doing. They fixate on an outcome, right? A desired outcome, somewhere they want to be, something they want. They focus on that more than all the progress they're making to get there. They don't think about the process. They think about everything they're doing and how it's bad, how it needs to be improved. They think about all the wrong or incorrect things they've done. But I never hear or see any kids or teenagers taking time really to reflect on what they actually did well. So the reason this is so important is because it feels good to think about and reflect on what we did well. And because the youth brain doesn't focus on the good, it leaves it up to us, the adults, parents, teachers, whoever, to actually get them thinking about and reflecting on what they did well. So that's why it's so important to actually take time, have them think about their previous week, and just say one thing that they did well. They're going to assume that everything they did was not good, not as productive as they could have been. They could have done better, or just it wasn't as good as they want. And it's great to keep wanting to strive for more, but you're going to go insane and just never be satisfied or fulfilled that way. And if our goal is to teach kids to praise the process and their effort over the end result, this is one really great way to do that. We got to have them thinking about they are actually making progress. They are doing things well. They actually do accomplish things, right? So that's where this activity comes in. It really helps them think about and see that they are doing things well and they are accomplishing things and they have made progress and they're not just complete failures messing everything up. And it really takes someone else to help them see that. And that's true for any age, really. I mean, there are times in my own life where, I have to have a friend or a family member remind me, like, hey, think about where you were a year ago and look at where you've gone now. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right, So for a kid or teen who has no perception of any of this and is just comparing themselves to someone on social media or another classmate, it's imperative that they think about the good that they do and the things they do accomplish. So by sitting with them and helping them recognize those things, you're helping them realize that, wow, I actually can do things. I actually do accomplish goals and I am making progress. and I'm not a complete failure like I often think I am. And that's just going to lead to more confidence, more self-belief, higher self-esteem in the long run. So if you're a parent watching this and you're thinking to yourself, okay, how can I do this? Literally 5-10 minutes on a Sunday during any of the meals, on a walk, when you're all sitting around watching TV, right? Something natural where you are together with your child. Just be like, hey, last week I made a really good dinner on Wednesday night, and I'm proud of that. Is there something you did last week that you're proud of? And they're probably going to look at you like you're crazy because this is so weird and unnatural and just strange. And they might say, nothing. But, get it out of them. Sit with them. And if they can't think of something themselves, you tell them one thing you're proud of that they did last week. And they're probably going to shrug it off and be like, oh, whatever, thanks, I mean, I did that as a teenager. I didn't care about what my parents said. But when I was in my room alone or I was by myself, I thought about it. And it made me feel so good that my parents were recognizing all the good things that I did, right? And it was good to know that they were noticing it. So that's where your praise can really help. Eventually, they're going to get to the point where they can recognize on their own the stuff they did well, and they're not going to need anybody to kickstart them. But in the beginning, they might. And just tell them. And even if they can reflect on what they did well, still tell them. Who doesn't love to hear that they're doing things well and that they're accomplishing things and they're making progress? No matter how good or positive or confident your child is, that's always going to make them feel good. So help them self-reflect, set the example, do it with them. Take a few minutes here and there on a Sunday before the new week starts to just think about the previous week, revel in the fact that we made progress, we did something great. Tell them one thing you're proud of that they did, and I guarantee you in the long run, this is significantly going to increase their confidence and just make them believe that they can actually do things and they are good at things and they're just not a failure. So this is my activity that I do, and I seriously hope you guys try it out. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.